Forget Medalum, there is a better weapon for Maelle that you can get soon after. Go to this island as soon as you unlock SK's ability to swim and fight the Chromatic Jar. You are not supposed to fight it this early and it will likely take a few attempts, but it is relatively easy to defeat, details on that in the second part of the video, and the reward is more than worth going through the trouble. As a reward, you will get Jarum, a level 13 weapon for Maelle that is much better than Medalum at this point. 2 resplendent chroma catalysts, which you can use to upgrade weapons above level 9 and normally start dropping much later in the game. I recommend using those to upgrade 2 more weapons to level 10 and unlock their second passives. Finally, you get 5 Lumina points and enough XP to get roughly 2 to 3 level ups. What makes this weapon so good? Well, the base power alone is much higher than any other weapon you can get until that point. The best you can have is a level 9 Medalum, but even if you use the 2 resplendent catalysts from this fight to upgrade it to level 11, Jarum still has a higher base power. Also, let's take a look at the passives. With Medalum, you start the fight in the virtual stance, which is without a doubt good, but that is only for the beginning of the fight. With Jarum, you will switch to virtuos on every counter-attack, which means you will be in virtuos basically all the time, especially against bosses. Additionally, it already has the second passive unlocked, so on top of going to virtuos, each counter-attack also applies 5 burn stacks on the enemy. Its third passive isn't that good, but it will take some time before this becomes a drawback, since you need a grandiose catalyst to upgrade to level 20 and above. Now, how to actually defeat this boss? Chromatic Jar is weak against fire, ice, earth and lightning damage, so use those as often as possible. It is resistant to physical damage. Lune and basically all her abilities are a great choice against this boss. Mayhem is especially good here. Elemental Genesis is even better, but you will probably not have it yet. Maelle with Brularum weapon, Spark and Rain of Fire skills is also a good choice. Gustav's Overcharge would likely also be good, but I didn't bring him for this fight. The enemy has 3 different attacks. First says Chromatic Jar smashes the ground. This one is very easy to counter. Jar wiggles its weapon left and right for a while, then raises the weapon and you have to jump. This attack is very quick, so jump immediately as you see the flash. If you have problems reacting to it, the jar connects its hands 3 times before going for the attack. Second attack is Chromatic Jar performs a combo. This is a 6-hit single target attack. It has a tricky last hit, but at least it doesn't wipe the entire party if you fail. Jar pulls its weapon back, spins 4 times before doing 2 overhead attacks. For the spin, my parry timing was always when I saw this cloud appear. The spin has a nice rhythm to it, and once you get the timing for the first 2 hits, the rest should not be a problem. The first overhead attack is easily reactable, and you can slightly delay your parry after you see the weapon start dropping. The last attack is the most dangerous and it hits deceptively early. It is reactable, but you have to parry immediately as you see the weapon move forward. During my first game I couldn't even react to this last hit, and I was always too late. In the end, I had to predict the hit a little bit, so if you can't parry the last hit with a reaction, try this. Whenever you think that the parry moment is just a tiny little bit later, that's the correct timing. At least that was what worked for me during my first attempt. Last attack is the crushing combo, and it's the most dangerous one as it can wipe the entire party. It's a 5-hit combo. First hit is a ground slam, then 2 shockwaves and then 2 more ground slams. For the first ground hit, try to time your parry for exactly the moment the weapon hits the ground. For the first shockwave, you need to delay your jump by about a second. Whenever I jumped immediately, I was too fast and got hit. You can wait almost a full second and still be fine. Second shockwave is a bit faster. You can still slightly delay it, but don't wait as long as for the first jump. For the last 2 ground slams, Once again, try to time your parry for the moment the weapon hits the ground. There is a visual hint for these two hits, and that is an animation slowdown before the swing. Whenever you notice the slowdown, it's an indication the weapon is about to hit. So that's it. Now you should have the necessary info on how to beat this boss and get its sweet rewards. If you found this guide useful, subscribe for more gaming content. Thank you for watching and see you next time.